What's going on, guys? Back with another video, straight from the gym to the studio, I guess you call it. Been missing the gym a lot this week, Monday, Tuesday, so I had to make up for it. Finally did a push day. It's been about a month since I've done a full-blown push day because I went from PPL for a year and then I finally went to the bro split for the last 3 weeks. Just trying to change it up so my body expects change and whatnot. Anyways, let's get into the video. Today we're showing you some Warzone settings, some of my personal settings. Actually, it is my personal settings. I got some of these settings from some Twitch streamers that I watch, some YouTubers that have a lot of credibility, and just what I've done in the past as far as sensitivity and whatnot. So that's allowed me to get cracked. So yeah, let's hop right into it. If you guys do enjoy today's video, please subscribe, leave a like, and comment down below on future videos you'd like to see. I think one of the videos I might be doing pretty soon is the unboxing of my Xbox One Elite controller version 2. I've never played with the Elite controller or a scuff or anything like that. I've always wanted a scuff, to be honest, but I've heard really good things about the Elite controller versus the scuff, or just really the Elite controller in general. I think I'm gonna do an unboxing on that and also do a gameplay on just how it feels, I guess. Yeah, so stay tuned. So right off the bat here, we have the horizontal and vertical stick sensitivity. I keep this at 8.8. In the past Call of Duties, I've always played at max sensitivity, like 14 or 15, whatever the max sensitivity was in that game. I've always been used to it. I mean, my reflex and everything can adjust like on the spot. And I've always been used to it. My reflexes and everything can adjust on the spot. But this time, I'm getting older and I figured I need to lower my sensitivity and play with a little bit more preciseness. So 8.8 seems to be a comfortable spot for me. Next, we have the ADS stick sensitivity. This was 1.1, but I lowered it down to 0.9. 0.9 allows you to make those slight adjustments whenever you need to. When you zoom in and you're slightly off, it allows you to be a little bit more precise. Button layout, of course, I think a lot of people play on tactical. I don't see what other button layout would potentially be better than tactical. You could flip it, of course, is your preference, but I choose not to. I choose not to invert my look. My aim response curve, I think I am going to fidget with this a little bit more. As of right now, I have it on standard. I recently disabled my controller vibration, and I believe it's helped me because the vibration when I'm getting shot at can affect my aiming. So I disabled it. Aim down sight, aim assist, and the strafing aim assist. Of course, you have to have that enabled, right? Airborne mantle behavior. I think this was on automatic before, but I put it on manual just because when I'm moving towards an object, I don't want it to mantle onto that object if I'm like mid jump or something and I'm like jump shotting per se. So I have it on manual and then on press so that if I make a second jump, it'll mantle that object. Steady aim behavior, hold, armor, apply 1. I guess this will apply whenever we're in, I don't know, Warzone or something. The stick layout, default, of course. Here's where it gets a little iffy. I think some people are hindered by these, I guess, 4 settings, but rather really these 2 settings, the left stick min input threshold and the right stick min input threshold. A lot of people are lowering this to like 5 or below or 10 or below or whatever. By default, I think it is 13. So if I hit Y here, it defaulted to 13. My controller has a lot of stick drift. I just went to Walmart and I bought an Elite controller because I was fed up with it. So this video is filmed without my Elite controller because it's still currently in the box sitting on my kitchen counter. And I will be unboxing it sooner rather than later. And today I'll be grinding with my Elite controller after I set it up and map all my buttons and whatnot. If you have no controller drift, I would recommend setting it lower because you would not have to put as much input into your stick to get it to respond. So this is basically your dead zone. With me and my new Elite controller today, I will definitely be lowering these 2 settings. But as of right now, I am going to leave it as default because when I have messed with it the past few days to either 10 or 11, my controller drifts still substantially. So with that being said, even 10 or 11, my controller seems to have an issue and I'll walk forward like continuously. So I will leave that at default. The max input threshold, you want to keep those at max 99.99 because you don't want to be basically capped at you know, the range of motion on your stick. Auto move forward, I have that disabled. Auto sprint disabled. Some pro players, I guess, prefer to have this on. Sprint behavior is a toggle. The sprint cancels reload is disabled, but I might fidget with this and enable it. I'm not sure yet. Parachute auto deploy disabled. Equipment behaviors hold. Tap to reload. Of course, that's your personal preference. I rather tap to reload, to be honest. Now they have the safe area bounds, basically for your screen, whatever, you know, fits to your monitor. Color blind modes. I just went to the optometrist last week for the first time in years, and believe it or not, I have 20/20 vision, so I don't think I have any issues with my eyes. Brightness, it was at deep 50 by default, but I don't know, I raised it up to 60 just because. Split screen, that's your preference. Field of view, I know they have this finally for console, and I'm on console, I'm on Xbox One X. I'm not sure what it was at default, 80. I have it raised to 105. I know some people preferred between 100 to like 111 or something. Some actually might go to 120. I don't think it's actually necessary to raise it that high, but it's your personal preference. ADS field of view. Some people want affected and some people want independent. I had this as independent when I first, you know, had the game for the first few days, but I changed it to affected. Affected will obviously, on the right hand side of the picture, will allow you to see a bigger field of view. Also graphically, it looks like you have less recoil. So some people prefer affected. Now, independent will zoom in a little bit more when you actually ADS, and it looks like you're able to be a little bit more pinpoint, precise, and whatnot, but your field of view is a little bit, you know, narrow. If you want a little bit wider range field of view, then I would go with affected. Motion blur, I have this disabled as one of the first things I turned off when I got the game, just because I'm on a console and I don't want it to be bogging down and making my console run a little bit harder than it should be, and I don't really care about motion blur. Audio not muted. Master volume 100. Music volume I lowered down to 50. Sound effects is 100. Dialogue volume I just lowered down to 80. I mean, it's not a big deal. Cinematics volume, it's whatever. The audio presets, I left it at Treyarch mix. I haven't fidgeted with this setting at all, so I think it's fine. I'm not absolutely sure about the other settings. The hit marker sound effect, I want it enabled because I want to hear whenever I'm beaming somebody. It's very satisfying. Speaker / headphones game sound device. I'm on a console, so I'm not sure if there's different things that appear in the drop down menu for PC players. Voice chat enabled, game chat enabled, voice chat volume 1, speaker / headphones voice chat device. So there's an issue with this. Being on a console specifically and not on PC, there's a bug that is going on where my VODs and my game recordings do not have the game chat of my teammates or anybody in the game. I'm sitting in lobby, I changed this from headset to speakers, and I'll back out and I'll go back into it and it'll be changed back to headset, and without it being changed to speakers, the audio won't be able to come out and be captured by my Elgato and, you know, my VOD and everything like that. So as of right now, there's a bug. If you're on PC, you can fix this by just going to your device managers and your audio settings and leaving it as your default communication device or whatever. And if you set that as the default communication device, in game the audio is set as default communication device, so it'll work fine. It'll capture all the game chat and all that. But being solely on console, I am not capable of capturing game chat due to this little bug that's going on. Open microphone sensitivity, I haven't messed with this. Microphone volume, I've left those at default as well. Subtitles disabled, crosshairs shown, of course. Hit markers visual shown. I like to see that. Damage base markers shown. Ally health bars, I think I want to hide this. I thought I hit it before, but I guess not. Enemy health bars I want to see, of course. Player's name, full name, I like that. Horizontal compass shown, floating damage number shown, of course. Zombies, I don't really play. In-game alert icons, input device icons hidden, mouse tooltip shown. And then all the settings under the account and network tab, I left alone. There's nothing to touch here, you know. And I am not on 0 ping. Obviously, I'm just sitting in the lobby. So that is it, guys.